on, Matt, with MovieWeb. Joel, it's a pleasure to speak with you today. Thank you.
Pleasure. Matt
Yeah,
Mahler, that is a great name.
yeah,
My friend Alexander Gustafsson, who is a Swedish MMA fighter, his fighting name is Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson.
Yeah. I got that in high school.
Little different spelling, but still, yeah.
Yeah. It's no Gustav, but you know.
Yeah.
I really loved this movie. It surprised me in a lot of ways. And then what weird happenstance, I'm sure you'll get this a lot, but for you to have these two films, Silent Night and The Silent Hour, come out close to each other. And they're both great, actually. Like, they're both really good. How has the process of acting without certain senses challenged you or changed you as an actor?
Yeah, I mean, first, I need to find my the last silent movie in the trilogy. Like, I guess I'm gonna have to find a blind, a character that goes blind, and it's gonna be like silent something. Your guess is as good as mine.
Silent Slate.
Yeah. So sorry, what was your question?
Well, just how acting without certain senses may have changed you as an actor or challenged you in certain ways.
Interestingly enough, this movie and working with Sandra Mae made me she actually made me completely revise what I think is the most important aspect of acting. It's something that I've dedicated my life to for, the past 20, 25 years. And working with her, she made me real, because to me, I've always said, the most important aspect of acting is listening. That the essence of presence is listening. All these things that like we're chasing in our craft, she doesn't hear, and she's incredible. So she made me understand that you can listen with your eyes. Like, it really blew my mind, and it kind of made me it kind of made me rethink a lot of things of how I perceive the world. And so that was sort of the whole the characters experience in a microcosm as well, because it's like, when for me, the sort of the spiritual underlying element and meaning of this film is about acceptance and finding acceptance. And if you find a way to to accept yourself exactly the way you are, then you will be able to live a full life filled with all the most important aspects of it. But of course, it's very difficult to get past what you have lost. And it was so incredible to see someone that that is doing my craft like arguably better than I am, and and she doesn't have the element that I thought was the most important element. It really blew my mind. And yeah, it was fascinating. I really learned an important lesson about about acting, for sure, but also about life. It's like the human body and the human experience is so varied, and it's so critical of like how you view the world, not the actual attributes that you have. It's your outlook and your and your attitude that is going to define your experience much more than what you're born with.
Yeah. Learning that listening can transcend sound too.
Yeah.
I think listening almost in a metaphysical way.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds stupid, but it's true.
Yeah, definitely. I just spoke with her, and you're right. She's great and great to speak with. And I asked her if, she had a question for you at all, as someone from the deaf community, watching someone take on a character who's latent deaf. And she asked what your sort of thoughts or experiences were when you were sort of alone with her without an interpreter, and so there wasn't that the actual vocabulary, the dialogue, just making this film. What was that like? Was that awkward, or was that, did you feel? Yeah, that was her question for you.
No, I mean, the what was surprising was that we found a way to communicate, and we actually were able to, I definitely didn't learn ASL, but I learned some phrases and the alphabet, and then I started picking up more and more, and then you realize that you know if you allow yourself to be expressive in the way that you talk and how you express yourself with gestures, it helps a lot. And so we ran into each other, and we were shooting in Toronto, and there were no interpreters around, and we were able to have like a little conversation. And yeah, it was it's like it's in the beginning stages of learning a language, where you can actually, it's very exhilarating when you're actually starting to communicate. And yeah, it was very cool.
What do you think or hope the sort of the deaf community's reaction to the film might be? Sandra thinks it'll be great, and I'm curious if that was a discussion you had or something you worried about.
Yeah, I mean, not worried about, because of the way that we did it, and sort of the way that we approached it, and how all the producers and how Brad was committed to that I mean, it's so important when you're portraying a community that has been marginalized, and that community specifically feels like they are being depicted respectfully, and that people have really taken their time to understand their experience, so that their experience becomes comes out on film, and that it's not so that's why we had like a lot of advisors, and also that that the role is played by someone that was born deaf, and they, all these people that are in this community that are part of the film, they teach the rest of us what's what the script got wrong, what can be improved, and so they play a huge part in shaping the film, and help us help us tell the story of the people that come from this community in the film. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be excited, because it's I think also that what the movie says is that if you can accept yourself, then your life will be full.
That's awesome. With the minute I have left, is there anything you want to discuss about the Be the Change Collective, how people can help or participate?
Yes, thank you so much for asking that. It's a nonprofit that I started together with my sister, and it's about helping children in need. So if they go to Be the Change Collective, to our Instagram or to our website, they can check out what we're doing, and if they like it and feel like it's important, which it is, they can donate.
Awesome, and we'll include links to that in our coverage.
Beautiful, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like great things you're doing. Thank you for discussing this great film. Great to speak with you.
The Mauler. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.